Okay, friends and neighbors, welcome to part 2 of this video. And I'm sorry I ran out of space. I want to show you this area right here is Dakota City. If you can see that, I'll zoom in. Okay. Now, hopefully I won't run out of space again. Okay, so right there is my house. This is the park just to the east of my house and the river. Okay, so if we go to and now I'm on the corner here of 9th Street, which is right here, and Vine. So if you would have continued over, this is 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd. Okay, between 3rd and 4th right here, that would have been the location of the hospital. Now, my family member that is at the courthouse, we've been doing some investigating, and we think that a lot of what was on the map that I showed earlier, and I'll show it again right here, we think a lot of this was proposed lots in Dakota City. Because like I said earlier, when we moved our house right here where the arrow is, there was nothing north of us but fields and the cemetery. It was all farm ground. Okay, all right, now I want to back up some more and show you how much the river has changed. The river used to come clear down here, and I'll show you that in another map. And I want to get up in this area. Okay, now there is the train bridge. The Floyd monument is right here. So I believe that right here, right across the river from the Floyd monument, is where the riverboat bent and sunk. We looked at the pictures and the background. It's hard to tell in the picture that I posted and even in the video because of the trees. But if you are over here in person looking, and you can actually see the ground and the shape of the hills. So we're positive that the river was actually over in this area at the time. So we think that the riverboat actually hit a snag and went down right here. But the river had moved, and then they cut this hill down where Sergeant Floyd Monument is, right there at the tip. They cut that side of the hill out to build up for the interstate, for Interstate 29. Okay, now I want to show you something else on the river, and I may have to back up just a little bit more, and I'll show you on another map. See where I'm at here, Nebraska? This is the Missouri River. and it goes up and around and follows down past our place. What it did in 1859, my arm's getting tired, I'm starting to shake. You see where the arrow is? Up there. The river came down here. And this is all old Missouri River bottom. This is where the Missouri River used to go back in 1859. And it came right up through here, cutting what is now part of South Sioux City off, and then up and around. And I'll show you a picture of that right here. Okay, now I want to show you, I've mentioned in my videos before that we live in the Missouri River bottoms, okay? All right, let's go northwest of here. Remember, we're down here in Dakota City. Go up northwest of here, and this green line right here are bluffs, really steep bluffs. And they come down, they get smaller hills, and along here they turn into big hills again and continue down and come back to the river. So all of this whole area where I'm moving the arrow is all flat. The Missouri River used to meander all the way down through here. And Sioux City here, that's right here, is War Eagle's monument. If you don't know who War Eagle is, look him up on the internet, Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever. And this, where the arrow is, that is the Floyd River that comes in and dumps into the Missouri. So, I don't know if I can add a whole lot more. From this point, let me see if you can you see the arrow? From this point up, here's the Missouri, right here. This is all Missouri River bottom. This is South Dakota. And there's a river right here that divides South Dakota and Iowa. What the hell's that river called, Penny?
Big Sioux.
The Big Sioux, that's right, the Big Sioux River. That divides Iowa and South Dakota. So, you can see why when I say we're in a tri-state area, there's South Dakota, Iowa, and then we're down here in Nebraska. So, that, the way that river meanders. Now, I want to show you something. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is what was called Crystal Lake when I was a kid. And that is old river bottom. And there is still some water there, but it was spring fed, and they called it Crystal Lake because that water was crystal clear. And there used to be an ice house down there years and years ago, and that lake is where they harvested the ice for the houses and businesses in the surrounding area. That was way before I was born. I think in 1952, when the Missouri River flooded, it flooded all this whole property and the majority of the lower part of Sioux City down here. And but that took care of the ice house and a lot of the other stuff. They just wiped it out. So this Crystal Cove Park, there's a body of water there. You can see the dark spot if the damn thing had quit popping up. That is man-made. They dug that dirt out for this bypass right here. So it the river, Missouri River, dipped clear down here, came up, right up here, and came back in here. And like I said, I'll show that to you again on the other map.